in Gatau. So when I say Gati, I've been telling it includes three things. One is movement, another one is knowledge, another one is Prapti. Chalana, Gati, that is Chalana, Jnana,
Prapti.
and Prapti. All the three are included in that. Yeti, verbal form. Yeti. Yetaha. Yetaha. That's a noun form. That which gets. Prapti is to get. Yeta shaha. That's also a verbal form. Noun form. Yeman, that is into which goes. Within the one which goes. That is Yeman. Next one. Yedha vruddhau. Yedha vruddhau. Yedha vruddhau. Vruddhi means to grow, to develop. Yedhate, verbal form. Yedhate. Yedhatuhu. Yedhatuhu, that is the one who grows or develops. Yedhatuhu. Next one. Ubja Arjave.
Ubja Burjo.
Ubja Arjave. Arjava means pious. It's very difficult to get close English words. Pious, to become responsive.
अर्ज म्हणजे आपण विनंती म्हणतो ना, अर्ज.
To become compassionate. And at the same time to become firm. Ubjati, verbal form, ubjati. खाली आयतो Ubjati. And the noun form is Vojaha. Vojaha. Sometimes it's referred to as Vojas.
I was about to ask.
Vojas, Vojaha.
त्याचा अर्थ काय?
Compassionate and firm. Just last.
Next one, Vaha Prapane. Vaha Prapane. Prapane is to carry, to reach, to get. Vohati, verbal form, Vohati. The act of getting, the act of carrying. Vahati is also there. Oham, Oham. That's the one through which we get. It's a noun form. Oham. Kakha Hasane. Next one. Kakha Hasane. That is, the first one is Alpa Prana, the second one is Mahaprana. Kakha Hasane. Kakhati. Kakhati. That's a verbal form. The act of laughing. Kakhatam. Kakhatam. The one which laughs. Noun form. Hmm. Next one. Kacha bandhane. Kacha bandhane. Bandhana is to bind, to hold. Kachate, verbal form. Kachate.
Chate.
Kachapam. Kachapam. The one which binds. Noun form. Kachapam. Kachyate, verbal form. Kachyate. Kachaha, the one that is bound, noun form. Kachaha. The first cha is alpa prana, the second one is mahaprana. Kachaha.
ಹಿಂದಿದ್ದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಕಚ್ಚಾ.
Next one. Kaji shabde. Kaji shabde. Kaji shabde. Shabda is very clear.
We lost him, looks like.
I have not seen that person. Maybe Ashtaputra.
Yes, Ashtaputra was there, and then I think I'll add it. Yes.
Sharma ji, did you talk about Kaji Shabde?
Yes. Kaji shabde, right. Kanjati.
Okay, we did not hear. I think that's when you got cut.
Kaji shabde.
Meaning का
We discussed about this. Pratigrabhanita manavam sumedasaha.
Yes.
Did you complete it or should I explain that? The last one.
Last one.
Yeah, the last one we had started was Pratar Ragnim, Pratar Indram, Havamihi.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's the next one, right?
Yeah.
Yajurveda 34.34, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, let us show it.
Havamahe. Havamahe. Hwai ahwane. Press the root. Hwai ahwane. We shall invite, we shall invoke, we shall pray. And this Havamahe is in plural. First person plural. Uttama Purusha Bahuvachana. We shall all together invoke, invite, pray. Who missed the question? That is Agnim Indram. Agnim Indram. At one particular level, Agnim Indram both refer to Sachidananda. In the Adibhautika sense, Agni means fire. Thus we shall invoke fire. We shall pray God and we shall perform Agni Hotra. That is Homa or Havana, Yajna, what you call. That is, we shall perform Agnihotra in the Pratah Kala, during dawn. And I got another piece of mantra where it says, by dusk also we will do the same thing. Sunrise, at the time of sunrise, and the same at the time of sunset. So that is the Sandhya Kala, that's what we call it as Sandhya Kala. Sandhi Kala also is okay. That is, two things meet. So during the daybreak, it is a meeting of the night with the day. And in the evening, it's the meeting of the day with the night. So there are only two Sandhya Kalas. And during these two Sandhya Kalas, we shall pray God. It's our appointed time with God. So we shall pray, we shall perform Agnihotra in the physical sense and be benefited. Now I told you about this Agnihotra, that is when you offer things which are having medicinal properties and things which have got nutritious properties. So that gets disintegrated and gets spread into the environment where we live, where we perform it, and it is beneficial for maintaining our good health, purity of air, purity of environment, and we get a lot of nourishment in the micro form. And that is the real puja, Deva puja. So as I have been telling many times, there is no idol worship and no idol is equal to that Sachidananda because it is omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent, and no idol has got these properties. It's just a blind belief. So real worship is Deva Puja is Yajna. Yaja, Deva Puja, Sangati Karna Daneshu. There is a root for it. Yaja, Deva Puja, Sangati Karna Daneshu. God is there. We are not atheists. God is there. We very much understand that God is there, that power is there. And we understand it is omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient, sovereign. All those things are there. The only difference between the Vedic thoughts and the Puranic thoughts is there they believe in many gods. But in Vedas, it's very clear that it is one and only one God. Number one. Second one is they convert that God into idols, photos, this and that. But in Vedas, they don't do it. Because God is omnipresent. You cannot bind Him in any one place. Maybe a temple, maybe a church, or maybe a mosque, or whatever it is. He is everywhere. He is in us. We are all in Him. And He is formless. So this is a very clear concept what I got in Vedas. But many people who believe in idol worship and Puranic in nature, when you say God is formless, they say you are an atheist. That is wrong. That's wrong. We are 100% theists, but the only thing is how we understand the God, the presence of God is in the Vedic light, but they are doing it in the Puranic light. And Vedic light, as you have observed or as you have seen so far, is very scientific and rational. And the Puranic view has got its own disadvantages. Say, take this case only. Say, if you feel that God is in a temple, then you will not be able to see God everywhere. But the reality is God is everywhere. Because our attitude will be, yes, God is in a particular place. He is set up in a temple, maybe in a church, maybe in a mosque. And whenever we want to see God, God cannot be seen. God can only be experienced. So if you want to see God, we rush to the temple and see the idol and be happy that we have seen God. But we have not seen God. We have not seen Satchidananda. We have seen a Sat. Something, an idol which is sculpted by a person. A Satchit. A Satchit has created some image and that is through Sat. And we go and see Sat and say, we have seen Satchidananda. So when you understand the difference between Sat, Satchit and Satchidananda, this mistake cannot be done. Think over. I am not forcing any thought on you. Whatever Vedas have said, that I am sharing with you. So there are only two Sandhya Kalas. One is the dawn, the other one is the sunrise and sunset. But unfortunately, these Puranic people, they say Trikala Sandhya. That is Sandhya 3 times. But 3 times Sandhya is not there. Afternoon is no Sandhi. There is no Sandhi between any two things. Whereas morning, yes, night meets day. Evening, right, day meets night. But midday, there is no Sandhi. It's just a midday. There is no Sandhi between any two things. So that Trikala Sandhi is unscientific. Dvikala Sandhi is good, practical. So at dawn and dusk, we pray God, we perform Agnihotra, and that's what this means. Prataragnim, Pratarindram, Havamahi. Indra is Satchidananda, the wealthiest. Idi Paramaishwarye, that's the root for it. Idi Paramaishwarye. So we have a rendezvous with God in the dawn and in the dusk. And we sit down and we make an internal journey and make our soul pure and strong and try to experience Satchidananda in ourselves. That's the experience of peace and Ananda. Externally, what we do is perform Havan or Yajna for our nourishment, for our strength, and for our purity externally. And hardly this Havan and prayer or dhyana, whatever you call it, it may take hardly half an hour. So half an hour in the morning and half an hour in the evening. If you set out that time for this process, Yes, it gives us a lot of spiritual strength. Not to be believed, to be done and experienced. It's open for inspection, test, check. Even modern gadgets and modern investigations, they have said very clearly, a person who does dhyana, his blood pressure will come down and it will be peaceful. Same thing. This is a new invention for them, but for those who have been studying Vedas, it's an age-old experience and a practical thing. Anybody can try. Even today they say, they call it as, in yoga, they call it as Shavasana. So if a person goes to Shavasana and relaxes from head to toe, externally and internally, his mind and thoughts, yes, he gets a lot of relaxation. Not to be believed, anybody can experience. It's open. Shava is the corpse which is 100% relaxed. So in the same way, we can also relax and get out of tensions, get out of a lot of stress, depression and other things. It's a wonderful experience. And many who do it very seriously, within no time, they get to sleep. They get a very deep sleep when they perform this Shavasana rightly. And the deep sleep, is very relaxing and very refreshing. Okay, next.
Sharma ji.
Yes, please.
Why is Prataragnim, Pratarindram, why it's both referring to Sachidananda? Why is it told two times?
That's what I said. Agnim Indram refers to Sachidananda, but at the physical level, Agnim refers to fire.
Okay.
Agni, Indra both refer to, Agni refers to Indra, that is God, as well as fire in the physical sense. So here, Agni, we take it as fire, that is performing of Agni Hotra, performing as Yajna or Havan. Indra is God. But if you take Agni as Sachidananda, also it's okay. Yes, we are referring to Agni and Indra. That's also okay, no problem. We shall pray God. So when you say God, it can be Indra, it can be Agni. Agni means one who leads us. Agi Gatau. So we are praying God to lead us. So both things hold good here. Then, Priyaha Pashunam Bhuyasam. Priyaha Pashunam Bhuyasam. Atharva 17.1.4. Priyaha Pashunam Bhuyasam. Priyaha, Preenane, that's the root. Preenane. Preenane. Preenane is to like. To love. Pashunam, living creatures. Generally, when you speak of Pashunam, we refer to all living beings other than human beings. Generally. Human beings are also part of Pashu only. Animals. So we are all animals. But generally when we use the word Pashu, we eliminate human beings because he is a thinking animal. He is a thinking animal, whereas Pashu is Pashyati iti Pashu, which has got a limited knowledge. And it just looks at it, it doesn't have subtle feelings as human beings have got. So they are called as Pashu. Bhuyasam, I shall be. Bhu Sattayam, being, I shall be. Being is Bhuyasam. So the meaning of it is, I shall be loved and liked by all creatures. I shall be loved and liked by all creatures. Our existence, our life is not solitary. We are not alone. We cannot live alone. We are social beings. We live with other living beings, human and otherwise. So the whole life is coexistence. It's a coexistence. It's not solitary existence. So in the question of coexistence, this coexistence becomes comfortable and enjoyable only when there is love between them. Only when friendship is there between them. If enmity is there, coexistence becomes complicated. When you say coexistence is a fact. Coexistence is inevitable. So when coexistence is a must, then living together to love each other is inevitable. Not only between human beings, other living beings also. It is a fellowship. It is a fellowship. We have got several mantras where we say, let all the human beings be together. Just now we saw, that is Sumedhasaha, Pratigrabhanita Manavam Sumedhasaha. That Manavam, it is very clearly human beings. Make all human beings yours by using your intelligence, by using your knowledge, by using your experience. Hold them with you. That we have seen. In the same way, we shall love and get loved by other creatures also. Priyaha Pashunam Bhuyasa. A person who is a non-vegetarian cannot be loved by animals. Animals dread him because he is going to butcher them and fill his belly. So it's a very clear indication that we should be loved. Loving other creatures is fine. But not only that, it says you have to be loved by other creatures. They should have a refuge in you. If you are a person who is cruel, then the animals will not like you. A person is cruel if he is killing animals to quench his hunger. The word we have seen for non-vegetarian, pishacha. So a pishacha cannot be liked by other living beings. It's only a person with kindness, it's only a person with compassion, it's only a person with love. Yes, he'll be liked by not only human beings, but even animals also. We generally identify some animals as cruel, maybe a lion, maybe a tiger, or some such. But if a person is really loving them and has got compassion even towards them, yes, friendship can be established between such cruel elements and human beings also. It's possible. But it requires a lot of firmness and a lot of dedication to achieve it. Now, what is the proof for that? We have got several Veda mantras referring to that. But such things are formalized by Patanjali in his Yoga Darshan. There, one sutra comes, Patanjali Yoga Darshana. Ahimsa pratisthayam. Ahimsa pratisthayam. Tat sannidhau. Ahimsa pratisthayam. Tat sannidhau. Vairat tyagaha. Tat sannidhau. Vairat tyagaha. Ahimsa pratisthayam tat sannidhau vairatyaga. This is sutra in Yoga Darshana. Second pada, sadhana pada it is called as. In that second chapter called sadhana pada, 35th sutra. 35th sutra is this. Ahimsa pratisthayam tat sannidhau vairatyaga. If ahimsa is practiced strictly, then in the presence of the person who is practicing this ahimsa, there will be no vaira, there will be no enmity. Because of his practice of ahimsa. In that environment, even a cruel animal will be friendly. We have heard that in a Rishi ashrama of a Rishi, the cow and the lion, the cow and the tiger, the calf and the tiger, they live together in a friendly nature. And most of the time I understood as a fiction, but it's not a fiction, it's a fact. And you may be surprised, this concept, this idea, this visualization is there even in Bible. In Bible they say, the cow, the cattle and the lions, they live together. They live together. And the lions eat straw as cattle do. Children can play with poisonous snakes without any harm. This I am quoting from Bible. And finally they say, this is paradise. So when they are explaining paradise, this is the view what they have got. Of course, yes. They very clearly say, lion eats straw as cattle do in paradise. They are not cruel. Their cruelty is overcome by love. Their cruelty is overcome by compassion, friendship. Yes, it's a subtle psychology that works. It's a subtle psychology that works. Because our reaction to cruelty is friendship. But generally our reaction for cruelty is cruelty. So nothing will happen there. But the reaction for cruelty is compassion and love. Then that cruelty gets confused and finally it gets subdued. That's the way it works. Cruelty generally expects cruelty. But unexpectedly, if compassion, love is given, then cruelty shudders and it gets subdued. That's number one. Number two, generally the person who is cruel will have some background, Maybe at some point or other, the person would have been snubbed, would have been subject to cruelty, so he becomes cruel. And basically a person who is cruel is longing for love and friendship, but is not able to express it. So when you understand this subtle psychology and when you give love and affection to such a cruel person, that cruelty will come down. Because actually a cruel person is short of love and affection. That's why it's become cruel. A person who has experienced love and affection can never become cruel. This is subtle psychology. Because I've experienced love and affection means I want that again and again. So a person who has experienced love and affection and wants it again and again cannot be rough and tough and cruel. Because he wants it and he has to be friendly. A person who has not experienced, because so many other factors, love and affection will become cruel, and to that person if we give true love and affection, that cruelty is countered. That's what that sutra says. Ahimsa pratisthayam tat sannidhau vairatyagaha. Vaira is enmity, tyaga is, it will not be there. You can overcome that enmity. Priyah Pashunam Bhuyasam. I shall be liked by all creatures. Not only human beings, all other animals also. I shall be friendly with everyone. Similar pieces of Veda mantras are there elsewhere also. So totally, the essence of this whole piece of the Veda mantra is, we shall lead a life where we have got compassion, where we have got mercy, where we have got love, where we have got affection, where we have got friendship. So these are the factors which govern a society. Yes, definitely society itself is paradise. We need not search for it after our death. A paradise which we have to search after death is only a fiction, it's not a reality. A Swarga is here, heaven is here, hell is also here. Not after death, here only. And we can create heaven, we can create hell depending upon what values we adopt, what values we are guided by. If you are guided by things like this, yes, we can create heaven here, now, overnight. It's possible, it's possible. All this need not be believed, we can experiment. It's in an environment where you just give love, we don't hate anyone, we have no enmity towards anyone. Naturally, the people who are working with us or living with us will start loving us because we give love and nothing else, wholeheartedly. Even if somebody has a grudge, they cannot show it because we love them. So when we love them, naturally they have to respond and react in the same way. They cannot give it. Maybe first time they may give, second time they may give, third time they have to get subdued. They start with a smile. Okay, that's a good beginning. You keep on smiling at everyone, wholeheartedly, by loving them as your fellow being. One day or the other, they will respond to you with a smile. It happens. Anybody can try at any point of time. That is human psychology. And everyone wants smile and friendship. Nobody wants enmity. They are forced because of circumstances and they have grudge, they have got enmity. But it's stressful, they also know about it. Now that stress what they have got, if you release it with love and smile, yes, they like it. Maybe they are skeptical at the very first moment. Oh, I'm a cruel person, why this person is laughing? Why he is giving me love? They may be in doubt for the first time, second time. But if we continue, they will be touched by our honesty and at one point or the other, they start smiling. That's a change, that's the turning point. It happens. The only thing is, we have to be firm on this and practice it wholeheartedly. Maybe a little risk could be there. That doesn't matter. It's a risk worth taking. Because at the end, the enmity in a person is gone and he becomes a friendly human being. If that is the result what we are going to get, a little risk is worth taking. we can do it. It's possible. So, Priyaha Pashunam Bhuyasam. I shall be liked and loved by all creatures. Whether it happens or not, let us say, whether it happens or not, but trying on this route, trying on this base will definitely improve my spiritual strength. That is assured. That is guaranteed. Whether other creature loves me or not, that is the secondary thing. But if I take a vow that I shall be liked by all living beings because of my compassion and other things, yes, my spiritual strength will increase. My spiritual purity will increase. There is no doubt about it. So one part of the result is guaranteed. The other part also is guaranteed. But let us assume that it doesn't happen also, we are not at loss. So another piece of mantra which goes in tune with it is Yo Asman Dveshti. Yo Asman Dveshti. Yam Vayam Dvishmaha. Yo Asman Dveshti. Yam Vayam Dvishmaha. Tam O Jambhe Dadhmaha. Yo Asman Dveshti. Yam Vayam Dvishmaha. Tam O Jambhe Dadhmaha. Yo Asman Dveshti. Yam Vayam Dvishmaha. Tam O Jambhe Dadhmaha. Atharva 3.27.6. Atharva 3.27.6. Yo Asman Dveshti. Dveshti is from Dvisha Apritav. That's the root. Dvisha Apritav. From that only comes Dvesha. From that only comes enmity. Not liking. Apriti is not liking, not loving. Yo Asman Dveshti. Those who hate us, those who don't love us, for their own reasons. For their own reasons within brackets. Those who hate us, those who don't love us. Yam Vayam Dvishmaha. And those whom we hate. So that hatred is in us. We are being hated and hatred in us, and we also hate some people. Knowingly, unknowingly, by force, whatever it is. Now all that, Jambhe Dadhmaha, we surrender it to you, O Lord, that is Sachidananda, because you are the law, you are the law, and you are the best judge, and you are giving us the justice. Yes, we surrender it to you. That is, if somebody is hating us, that hatred also we surrender it to you. I will not accept that I am being hated by so and so, so and so. I will not accept. I will leave it to you. And I will not hate anyone. I will not be unfriendly with anyone. If such feelings of hatred are there in me, that also I surrender it to you. So what has to happen? Okay, you are the right judge, do it. I surrender to you. I will not have hatred. I will not grudge about any person. And if somebody else hates me, that also I will not recognize. I leave it to you, whether they are right or wrong. So totally, hatred is removed from me and I surrender it. And whether that hatred is right or wrong, who is right, who is wrong, who has to be rewarded, who has to be punished, okay, the whole thing, I leave it to you. I will not take the law into my hand. You are the best judge and you are the omniscient, all-knowing. So whether I am right, whether that person is right, whether the grudge or enmity is right or wrong, okay, I all leave it to you. I will not take that responsibility. I shall lead a humane life over. I shall love everyone. And I want everyone to love me. Over. So this is Atharva 3.27.6. Now this goes very much in hand with the one what we are seeing now. That is Priyaha Pashunam Bhuyasam, Atharva 17.1.4. 17.1.4. They are complementary. These two pieces of Veda mantras are complementary to one another. I shall not hate, and I shall not be hated. I love everyone, I want everyone to love me. Over. So these are the very broad principles of human life. Broad principles. And once again, I have been telling many times, once again I am telling, please observe, is there any discrimination here? Or is it for all human beings? It's for all human beings. No discrimination whatsoever in the name of caste, creed, race, nationality, gender. Nothing is there. It's for all. And this holds good at all times. This holds good at all places. So every piece of Veda mantra which I am sharing with you, you have to verify all these things. You cannot find one Veda mantra which is discriminating, which separates this only for these people and these people are not for it. No. These are all beings. Not only that, if you verify further, it holds good at all times. Not only that, it holds good at all places. Every piece of Veda mantra, maybe nearly 180 Veda mantras, you have seen pieces of Veda mantras. You can refer all the 180 without exception. And what I am telling now holds good 100%. Now that's the beauty of Veda. But you don't find such a thing in any other source of knowledge in the world. Maybe a few words will hold good, not all. But here, all what I have studied, all those things will hold good, 100%. You can verify. Don't believe me. Any 180 pieces of Veda mantras are before you. You can verify. It holds good. So that is the, the fantastic phenomena of Vedas, which you don't find anywhere. It's not that blindly we revere Veda. No, it has got that virtue, it has got that worth in it. In fact, because of that only, because that study under my teacher only, I am enchanted by it. It's so wonderful, so wonderful. And my teacher, as I told you, he is 120 plus years today, and even now he is alive, and when we go there, he teaches us. He has been studying Vedas from 100 plus years. He started his Vedic study when he was 13 or 14. Today he is 120 plus. Throughout his life, he has been studying Vedas, all the 4 Vedas, and because of that only, he has got a title Chaturvedi. That is one who has studied all the 4 Vedas. It's not a surname. He has been telling me that I have studied Vedas for 100 plus years and I have not found one discriminating statement in Vedas. One. And all the things what are there in the Vedas, 100%, they hold good for everyone, at all places, at all times. And I have also been in my own humble way. I have been studying from past 25 years and I also not found anything. My study is not comparable to his study. But still, with whatever limited study I have done, I have not found. I am just enchanted by it. I am just moved by it. It is so wonderful. It is so humane. It's all love, friendship, nothing else. And it says love and friendship with all, no discrimination. Love everyone, good or bad. Whether they give you love or hatred, that doesn't matter. You love everyone. It's a wonderful stand that we can take. And when you take that stand, internally we will be so peaceful. And that is the experience of God. You have to experience God as peace and bliss, I have told you, so that you can experience comfortable. That is when you start loving everyone, unconditional love. Now there is a word for it. They call it as nirvyaja prema. Nirvyaja prema. Vyaja prema is love under condition. You love me, I will love you. I will have friendship with you, you will have friendship with me. Conditional. That is Vyaja Prema. Now whatever I am telling is not Vyaja Prema, it is Nirvyaja Prema. Unconditional love for every creature. I love everyone. What is the condition? Zero. You see, that is called Nirvyaja Prema. So if I love, this is a benefit I get, therefore I love. No. I like every living creature because I will get this benefit. No. Nirvyaja, unconditional, without expecting anything. It's blank check given. That's blank check of love and affection for all living beings. The very concept itself is so wonderful and noble, so great. And even if we experience this Nirvyaja Prema,
got disconnected, right?
so to love and get loved is a crux of whole human life. It's a core of whole human life. If that is not there, it's a life of an animal. This is what differentiates, this is what makes a human being a human being. So, Priya Pashunam Bhuvihasam. Now this cannot be understood by an animal. According to its instinct it works. But a human being is a thinking animal, that's what I said. So by his thinking and by his understanding the subtleties of life, yes, he can love every creature and he can be loved by everything. Possible to achieve. There's a goal given to a human being. And that's the highest spiritual achievement. Okay, next one. Brahmacharyena Kanya Brahmacharyena Kanya Yuvanam Vindate Patim. Brahmacharyena Kanya Yuvanam Vindate Patim. Brahmacharyena Kanya Yuvanam Vindate Patim. Atharva 11.5.18. Atharva 11.5.18. Yuvanam Vindate Patim. Atharva 11.5.18. Now it needs sufficient explanation. So we shall adjourn it to the next session. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sharma ji.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste.